Okay, and we're live. Hello, and welcome to the stream. Or I should say, we're back. Because we are going to pick up right where we left off from our last stream, which, was about a minute ago. I don't know if I'm going to do a whole nother hour 20, but we'll do a little bit more. We'll keep plowing through some interesting stuff. Let's see. I might have to do Fossmell. That was, I really liked that one at the time. Maybe not like the most notable one, but that's a personal one for me. We start getting some Andre courses. I don't know if these are the first Andre courses. They're just the oldest ones that I've picked up on. And then you'll see this is when I start making courses because I pop up in here. Also, it's funny of like, oh, they have congressional in here as an RCR, and it's old congressional before they did all of the changes. So I think it's funny how there's like, oh, even all of the like RCRs in this game are out of date because it's so old that most of these courses have gotten renovated or touched up anyways.
Hello there, and welcome to the golf club.
Yeah, this one is
Just starting off on
very
this
quirky.
lovely par 4.
I've definitely played this somewhat recently, so it's like none of this is a surprise to me. But I remember this is one of the courses I found when I was starting to design that just and was like starting to try and like do all of my own stuff that I found, and it blew my mind.
Oops.
And like I tried to copy this. I wanted to do this. I thought this is amazing. I can't wait until I'm good enough to do something like this someday. And it's just really funny to look back on it now, and I go like, it's okay. Again, it is very much a for the time kind of thing.
All right, we got a 22-footer. Let's see if we can do this.
Like, the environment and the planting is very elaborate for TGC1, considering how...
Well, that was a fantastic putt. Nothing wrong with that.
Thank you so much to Twitch for not switching over to your new stream. Really helpful. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Like, I hate that it does that, and I hate that you have to refresh.
Along.
I know it's clunky, but it was very much just like a, nice hey, I need water, and it was a good time to cut the video up. And the alternative is I figure out some kind of video editing software so that I can make a cut.
Beauty.
I should do that at some point. I just, not right now.
This one's for birdie.
But yeah, anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but it's funny to look back and just be like completely blown away by this thing, and then just realize now that
I wanted you to have excellence.
This course is genuinely really cool. Yeah, like again,
even par.
Like it's very much just one of those like the design is very tight, very like of its time, and in terms of like the routing is so like windy and narrow, and like it forces driver out of your hands on so many holes. It has I'm not gonna call it bad because it's not. It's just very quirky. It works for what it is, like what game it is in, and like for its time, and just all like it plays fine in this game, but it would not work in. Are you looking for a co-host by any chance? Hey, if you want to hop in here, I'm happy to have you. I can swap over. I can get in a voice channel that you can join. Cause yeah, like otherwise it's just me. Here I'm gonna do the Twitch streaming one, so you can swap over to the other channel. Cause yeah, I mean I've been rambling for an hour and a half. Like I think there's only so many interesting things I can add to a lot of the courses that I'm gonna play through. So yeah, you're welcome to chime in.
I'd be happy to have you. Solid stroke on that one.
Let's see. Oh, sorry. It's gonna pause the audio every time I tap.
I
Alright,
have
your
interesting
adjusted
things to
score
say.
is 2 over
Hello,
par after that
welcome
one.
in.
Oh,
I can hear. Oh, I was gonna say, can you hear me? I can hear you.
yep.
Oh, I just realized I don't know.
Nice. Should be
Ash,
in the fairway.
I'm sorry. We're gonna do audio engineering live. I just realized, like, oh, I'm gonna have to, say something for me.
Hello. Matt is so awesome and so cool.
Thank
He
you.
is my favorite designer of all time.
I think I need to.
Oh, you need me to say something more about you?
No.
Matt is the most pleasant person on the entire planet.
Yep, there we go. Okay, I think
He...
that's good enough. I wanted to bump your audio so it's level with mine, but that also means that the game audio is now going to be louder. So I need to bump that audio down and yours up so that it all evens out. And it's just like, ah, crap. I didn't think about any of this while I was setting it up. So I apologize. This is, again, I love that we're going to get a, what do you want to call it? We're going to get like a YouTube video of somebody adjusting their audio settings in real time.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to win any award for best production.
100%. But hey, that's what that's what you guys tune in for. The lo-fi production is part of the charm. Tanner started
I think it's
complimenting
awesome
Matt, and
that
then
you're
Matt all of a
playing the
sudden
new...
said the audio levels were good. Interesting. Like, yep, exactly. Oh, you're good, Orion. Hey. But yeah.
I do love that you're playing the old game and just kind of playing the old shit. That's great.
Yeah, I'm vibing with it a little bit. It's been fun. Like, again, partially just honestly as a nostalgia
What the
trip for
fuck is
me.
this?
Hmm?
The tree in the way.
Yes. Again, I kind of love this course. This is 100% something
this
that
is
could
gonna
never
need
be
to bite.
made in the current game for various reasons.
Oh,
Much
absolutely.
power
Yeah.
I
on
mean,
that,
part of it
approach
is just
shot.
because, like,
It's
if
an
you
ugly
ported
lie,
this,
but,
it would be
close to
destroyed
the
by
green.
330-yard drives. This course is very specifically around, or built
All right,
around
12
you being
footer
able
here.
to carry it not an inch more than 265 yards.
Yeah. Yep.
There's no
Just missed your par
overpower, there's
there.
no
Really wanted you to
variety
have
in
that.
players at all.
Let's
It's
see
just
how this
everyone
all
can hit
adds
it
up.
exactly 265 yards, and that is it.
And after that one, your adjusted score is 3
But
over.
it's like, it's very weird and quirky, but in a way that I love. Like,
Yeah.
And to be fair,
Well, it's just I don't know. It's just I love the different phases of design in each game. I feel like
yes.
there's always been like a huge like style
Nice.
difference for everyone.
Mhm.
Every game, just like seeing that upgrade every time
Yeah.
and how people adapt to it is so fun and interesting to watch.
Yeah, and I'm
All
hoping
right,
that
we're
like
about
you'll get to see a little bit of like
210
a
yards out,
progression
I'd say,
like
from
that in the later versions of this when I hit TGC 2
Heading
in
towards the
2019.
beach here, not the good kind.
Also, we get to
Yeah.
do fun things like we'll
Well,
probably
you're the
play
sand,
like
so let's just,
or at least
let's just get out
highlight
of there
community
and
courses
move
and
on
then
with our
go
lives.
move to the
Good
next
stuff
game and
out
be
of
like,
the
look,
sand.
that course is now an
Okay, this
official
one's
course.
saved par.
Yep.
And especially with
Nice,
all of the
that'll
early
work for
games,
par.
there's so much drama around all of that too.
And after that one, your adjusted score is 3
Because I want
over.
to say for like TGC 2019, they stole a bunch of people's courses. I mean, like, they went and asked people if they could use their courses, and then
Yeah,
like
but they stole them.
Yeah, well, they did, and some people said yes, and some people said no, and
Looks
then
like this
they
is a
just went
beauty.
ahead and used all of them anyway. So yes, they stole them.
Yeah. Yes.
Design Renaissance for 2K25
All right, you are on
confirmed.
the
That
green.
would be.
You
I
can
hope
putt.
so.
All
Yeah.
right, 12 footer
I
here.
hope so too. I think
The-
looking at the trailer and kind of seeing that new high def stuff, the grasses,
There we
the
go.
like texturing, and also like this like how much sharper you could
And after
sculpt
that one, your
bunkers and
adjusted score
greens.
is 3 over.
I I think it's gonna be the biggest bump for the designer
It's
we've
quite the
seen since
smash
like
there.
2K21.
That would be awesome. Oh, sit down, ball. Hey, I'm
Like,
gonna
easy.
hit the walking path. That's gonna save me.
Yeah, Panda's been hyping it up like, and I don't know, like I feel like this is a rejuvenated 2K, HB Studios group. Like, I feel like this time they're actually like listening.
Yeah, agreed.
You know what I mean?
Okay, for the
So,
birdie.
like in their even their place, like gameplay trailer that they had.
Oh, I
Like
really
we've been
wanted to have
asking
that.
for like
All right,
75% of
nice
that
little
stuff
2-foot
for
putt.
how many
All
games
right, let's
now?
take a peek at the scorecard.
Like,
5 now, I guess.
And after
yeah,
that one, your
like
adjusted score
so
is 3
I
over.
feel like this time they're caring about the product and like they're doing a good.
So,
Jeez,
yeah, I was gonna say I don't mean to interrupt you, but I am just
I'm
blown
I'm
away by
watching
this
it.
tee
Yeah,
shot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, like it was a lot more trivial to do like crazy shot shaping in this game, so a lot of people designed around that. But I'm
yeah.
not experienced enough to remember how to do any of that, so I'm not gonna try. We're gonna be safe and we're gonna hit it to the tiny little island.
You can't hit all the fairways.
Oh no, and I still miss. Anyway, sorry, back to your point. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I'm just your co-host. You can do whatever you want with me.
This shot's given
You
me
could
some
choke me,
Pine
spit
Valley
on me.
vibes. It's Pine Valley, like it's mini golf
Looks like
course Pine
you're gonna
Valley
hit
is what
some sand here.
this golf hole is.
Okay, you're kind of
Yeah,
in some deep
no,
stuff.
it's a
This
cool
is the
vibe,
danger
and
zone.
Yeah.
especially for like the first game. Like
Yes.
this, this is good shit. This is like
Mm-hmm.
cream of the crop TGC one.
Yes. And like, to me, it's like there's other courses that I
Okay, here we go.
have
This one
showcased
to
or
save
will
par.
showcase that I think are better than this one. But I also kind of have to play all of the
Oh.
holes on this one
All
because
right,
it
nice
was
and
so
close. Nice little
formative
putt
for
here.
me.
Well, I'm
So
happy to move on.
you love this course, please bring it over. I mean,
4 over is the
if there's
adjusted score after
legitimate
that
like
hole.
interest in it, I could probably ping Panda to see if he could pull this one. To a certain extent, it's one of those where I don't know. Like I think like if we got a short list together of stuff from the old games that will be lost, that were like the designers aren't around anymore and they can't port it themselves, that like we could probably grab a couple. Like I don't want to give Panda a ton of stuff to do. Like that's annoying. But it's
Yeah,
like, but if it's something like we had 5 courses where it's just like, hey, can we pull these ones? Like that's probably doable. But also, I feel a little weird about like I don't know. It's hard to I don't know what the ethical like like what the ethical kind of issues might be with like the designers can't like they're not around anymore. We can't ask their permission to like grab and port their courses or anything like that.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't
they're
think it's
making us spend
problematic,
time.
but it is like it is. I don't know. I feel like it's something
Oh.
worth at least like evaluating. Ethics are for
Or
You
future
just
pussies.
have
holes.
to
Yeah,
at least
fair.
like take like an hour out of your day to get that done. And just
Okay,
everyone's
let's see how
busy
these
with work
numbers
Also,
and
I
add up now.
suppose I need to
their
specify for
lives.
YouTube that the comment "ethics are for
And out of that
pussies"
hole,
is
5
me
over
reading
is
the
your
chat.
adjusted
I am
score.
not making that statement. Although it is a great joke.
It was a great.
Yeah, like I don't think it's problematic, but at least it's worth like considering of just like, hey, is it like wrong to just basically grab people's work and port it without their permission? Like,
Yes.
And
like I don't
you
think
were
there's
Well,
about
I
150
say that
yards from the
because
pin, I'd
of
say.
who remade my Serenade.
was that trees?
Yeah,
Mm.
just taking
Nice.
work and
Mhm.
For the
Yeah.
do that without
bird.
like.
Mhm.
I know, I did promise I would do a renovation for him, but like him
Thought it
not
was
even
going
like
to be
he like took
glorious, but it
all credit
just didn't go.
for
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and like,
that.
and that's to me like I feel like it's very much a case by
Next hole
case
coming up.
basis kind of thing. Because there's lots of times where like grabbing
And after
somebody's
that hole,
work
5 over is your
and
adjusted
doing
score.
something with it is totally fine. And then there's other times where
Absolutely.
it's like a little questionable, or sometimes where it's like totally wrong. Like we'll get into it more when I think we cover like TGC
Looks like
2
you'll
in
be in the short
2019.
stuff here.
But the design community and like myself included were pissed at HB for a while because they straight up stole community courses and then like again without permission. Like it's like they took the time to ask permission, which like is a good thing. I applaud them for that. But then they went and ignored the the people who said no, in which case why'd you ask in the first place? And it's like, cool, I gave you credit for asking permission. That was the right thing to do. And then you more than undo it. Like, it's worse that you asked for permission and then ignored it than it would be if you just didn't ask.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right,
And then
this
on
next one
top
for
of
Birdie.
that, they went and just made major, or not major modifications, but clunky modifications to all of the courses. There's just
Oh,
hey,
man.
you used my
All
stuff
right,
that
nice
I
one,
asked you
2-foot
not
putt.
to, and then you screwed
All right,
it
let's see
up.
what the scorecard
And it's just
says.
people had a right to be pissed about that. So that
And
was
after that
a
hole,
huge
5
thing.
over, your adjusted
That's a
score.
no-no for sure. But also it's one of those where it's just hey, if people just for something like this, it's I don't think Mike is around in the community anymore. He hasn't published in multiple
Heading
games.
for the green.
But it's
here.
but if somebody just grabs this course to just port just to as a time capsule and leaves it kind of untouched, I don't know if there's a huge problem with that, especially if you credit the
Yeah, it looks like
designer
about
in the name
18
of the
feet
course or
from here.
things like that. And even then, I don't think that it's not a black and white thing. I don't think that's you could make an argument
Moving
that
right along
even
here.
then it's just well, how do you know? You can't ask him what his wishes are, so you can't.
And after that hole,
you can't
5
do
over
it,
is your
but
adjusted score.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. I think it's a very low stakes thing. It's not it's not a huge issue, but it would feel weird. Where are the ghost players for this course? Question. I don't know. I don't know why they're gone.
This is a beauty.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know why they popped in to begin with. It just kind of does it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it just they take some
Say,
time to load, and
this
I just
shot's
jumped in the
something we
game
have
before it
about
pulled them down or
$1.95
something.
to go.
Also, totally random note of just I don't know why, but something about this game strains my eyes so much. I've only
Yeah.
it doesn't.
I get what you're saying.
Well, it's just it doesn't look bad. It doesn't hurt my eyes to look at. But I'm on
the birdie
1.5 hours of this, and I'm already starting to get a headache. I've been staring at a computer for too long. I'm I can play the new game and I can do a 3-hour design session, and
4 feet.
I
Let's do
won't
this.
get that eye strain thing where I need to step
Well
away
done.
from the
We're in the
computer.
hole.
And I'm already getting little bits of just I need to stop streaming, and I'm
after
an
that
hour
hole,
and a
5
half
over
in.
is your adjusted
So
score.
I don't know what it is about this game that just strains my eyes so hard. Because I'm
I
not
think it's just the boldness of everything. Everything has high contrast, in my
All right,
opinion.
looking good so
that
far.
might be part of it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And it's
Well, I can't
usually
get it
that
right all the
happens
time.
when I play
Unlucky.
really detail-oriented games where you're focusing on a couple pixels or things like that, where you're really having to focus. And I'm not. I'm just I have kind of a sitting back and a little bit of a relaxed eye
Very
focus because
nice.
I'm just
31 feet to the
I'm
hole.
just smacking a ball around. Maybe part of it is green reading, and it's so hard to read greens that's making me. Why'd you say
Getting
something? You're
placebo
getting
eye pain
placebo
now.
eye pain now. I'm sorry, man.
All right, let's keep going.
So we'll see. I wanna maybe I'll get this one to
And
an
after that
hour,
hole,
and then I'll
5
call
over
it for
is
the
your
night.
adjusted score.
But so we'll see. It's more of just a heads up at some point if if it just starts bothering me enough, where it's man, my head hurts. I need to turn this game off, or I'm just gonna go throw
good
up.
so far.
Then
Turn this TV off. Turn this TV off.
Exactly.
I was quoting Kendrick.
I know. I am familiar with the reference.
All
Shockingly.
Oh, wait, really?
Looking at
Yeah.
around 175-yard shot here.
Shockingly.
Dude, he swept the Grammys.
Yes.
I'm so proud of him.
Hell yeah.
Dude, everyone was singing
Mhm.
the A minor line
Yes.
of Not Like Us.
I
And I
love-
was like, dude, Drake is gonna kill himself.
Also, it keeps
Okay,
popping
we're
up in my
17
Reddit
feet out
feed
here.
of the line from, I don't remember which one of the various
Yes.
back and forths of the
Oh, Euphoria.
Yeah, or but the line of
Right, 4
Kendrick
over is
just
the
opened his
adjusted
mouth,
score
someone go
after
give him a
that one.
Grammy, and
Oh yeah, Drake's diss.
I
Yeah,
can't remember which one of his it was.
that was like the original. Like that's what started everything.
Oh, I got okay, yeah.
That
I am familiar with all of it, but like I don't follow it that closely. Um,
yeah, he's definitely regretting that now.
yeah, but I just think that's such a funny line that has
Something
aged
sounded off
so
there.
hilariously. Of like, give him a Grammy, like, oh, he did for his response to your thing.
5.
Yes. Oh yeah, 5. Someone go hand him 5 Grammys right now.
And it's also satisfying that the one of the lyrics to "Not Like Us" is
Hmm
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5,
Well,
8.
it's not
Like,
too bad. You're in the
how many
fairway.
stocks do I
That's
really
good
have in
stuff.
stock?
Yeah. I just like as a
All
hater
right, 14
enthusiast
feet to the hole.
myself, like I
Oh,
kind
you're
of
right, Claire.
hmm?
Um, Claire just said,
Oh
Oh, J.
man,
Cole
J.
actually
Cole actually
started it.
started
finish
it
out.
with first-person
And
shooter.
let's see what
Yeah,
the
he's
score sheet
right.
says.
Best rap battle in history,
And after
honestly.
that hole, 5
Like,
over is your
just like
adjusted
out of
score.
just pure
Well, I mean,
entertainment value.
well, also it is certainly the most like significant rap battle in history. Like I mean, obviously we'll see the fallout from this
Did you get all of
eventually,
that?
but like straight up, like Kendrick might have ended one of like the single biggest rapper's careers instantaneously just through dissing
Yep.
him so hard.
All right, we're setting up 30 feet
Like
from the
nobody
hole.
It
has
was
gotten their
insane.
ass kicked in such a like profound way in like a silly feud like this in like music history maybe.
Yep.
Oh,
And as a
right,
college
but a
student,
three-pointer
like
here.
I'm out at bars and stuff on the
Yeah.
weekends,
Let's
and
see
like
how
hmm
these numbers
I
add
was
up.
hearing that shit on replay when
Yeah.
that was out.
Yeah.
Like
And
that
after
was
that
a
hole,
nuts
5 over is
time.
your
hmm
adjusted score.
But yeah, like it's just funny in
So
that
good.
it's
I've always been a Kendrick fan too. Like I love his Damn album,
hmm
and I love his new album out right now
It's looking
too.
good.
yeah. Like it's fun. Like I am probably the wrong person to comment on it because it's just like, I'm very white, so like inherently I like
Me
I
too.
have to
8
like
yards or so.
I can't comment on like I am not the audience for the music for sure. Like it doesn't mean that like I'm not saying like
Heading
hey I
towards
can't
the beach
appreciate
here.
it because
Not a
I'm
good
too
kind.
white to listen to it, but it's just like I'm not the target audience. It
You
is
you
about
can't.
life
Yeah.
experiences that are not mine, and
Yeah. That's
I
true.
I you know, which is like again.
That's what I liked about Damn. Damn
Hmm
was like
Well, we
just
step
like
out of the sand. Looking at a
hmm
you
19-foot
know
putt from
you
here.
are your person.
Yes.
Fuck everyone else,
Yes.
and you yeah.
hmm But yeah.
And that and I didn't relate to like not his newest album, his like
hmm
second
And you're
newest
in the hole with a nice putt.
with what's it called?
And at the end of the
Um
day, your adjusted
it
score
really
is
just talks
6
about
over
his like
par.
family and like him as a person.
And
What
6 over
Jesus.
par at the end of your
hmm
round.
No
There was
worries.
some bops in there too.
Yeah.
Um hold on. I gotta go pull it up now.
No worries. But yeah. So it's like again, it's not like I am not the target audience for it, which is one thing. And then also just like I don't personally like I just struggle to get into to like rap and hip hop. Not like again, not from like a message or like a relating
Yeah, it's
to it
just not your
thing,
speed
but
of
just like
music.
not musically. It doesn't pull me in. I can appreciate it.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Mm.
That album was that was crazy. Loved it. N95, Miss Morale, like those two were my favorite from that album. Damn, it's just a masterpiece. Like, and I used to listen to Damn all the time for like when I'm about to like swim, and
Nice.
that's when that was like coming out. I was like varsity swim, and like those were like my hype up songs. Like you know what I mean? Like to get into the headspace.
Mm.
Wait, can you search up a hold means?
Hmm? Me
Can you
or
search up?
Claire?
Yes, you right now in that menu.
Oh, so what did you want me to search?
A hold means?
What's how do you spell that?
So O apostrophe
Oh,
HO
hold on. Actually, hold on.
LG.
Let me go do all courses and right bumper. I need to go get public courses. There we go. And it was O apostrophe what? H.
O apostrophe H-O. Yeah, it'll probably come up with that. H-O.
I think you need to give me the full string because I don't think the early games will like search.
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Um, I'll. Yeah, nothing comes
Sorry.
up. No, yeah, it's just a quirk of the old games. You need full words for it to search. It won't pull like substrings out.
Yep. I'm good. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna jump in real quick because it's in my published.
Oh, you have a TGC1 course.
I think it is actually a TGC1 course.
Amazing. Hell yes. Well, that being said, like, because I'll probably we'll see. Like, I'll probably come back at the end and pick up stuff that isn't time critical, and like if you can pull down that file, then like I can play it anytime, and I can just tack that on at the end.
Hold on.
Because like my courses and official courses and what do you want to call it? Like.
Oh, they cut off the servers. Right?
Well, they're cutting off the servers in 3 weeks. That's part of the reason that I'm doing this now, is before the servers go down, is playing all the stuff that's going to be lost when they cut them.
Got a par 4 in store for us here. Let's see what we can do.
It's our little time capsule kind of thing.
That ball was launched.
Also, I don't think this is the first Andre course, but this is the first Andre course that I have in my list.
In your memory.
Well, I'm going off my favorites list from the old game because I figured that's a solid starting point. I might go back and like flip through like most played, like all time in this game, just to like in case there's usually the most significant courses in a design cycle are also going to be the most played. So I figured that's a pretty good spot to pick up anything I miss in my little of significance in my. Yes, ghosts are back. Absolutely.
I know how to spell it.
Okay. But yeah, actually, I'll probably just play a couple more holes of this, and then I'll play a couple holes of yours. Like I like.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. It's nothing good.
Yeah. Well, like I 100% want to go play all 18 holes, but it's also one of those like I don't need to right now.
No good.
Oh god, that was terrible. That was a terrible shot. Oh, I am into the wind. Okay. But yes, but also like being able to play it with you, like being able to comment on it would be hilarious and awesome. Like that's some good stream content. That might almost be its own. It might be its own. Oh, hole means Scott. Yep. All right. But that might just be its own video because that would be fun. It'd be a little standalone thing.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be a fun video of I can go play my first course and we can go play your, like your, if that's your.
That is my first course.
That's awesome. Ooh, there's a
solid bogey.
Yeah, it would be sweet.
Good putt.
But again, if you go and if you just pull it down and have it like have the file saved locally, then you're good. Like we can do that anytime.
It is in TGC2.
Looking good.
Okay. It's in TGC2.
Oh, okay, so it's not in this one?
It is in TGC2.
Yeah,
yep.
Alright, no worries.
Yeah, I stand corrected. It's the deep stuff for you.
Alright. But again, this is, I just wanted to go, like, I wanted to give Andre some shout-outs.
Back on the fairway. This is where I like to be.
He's one of the, like, there's a reason he's one of the bigger names in the community, because he was one of the first guys to do it. One of the bigger designers from that really early wave. Like, I think he was one of the guys who was there from the start, basically. And yeah, like he had his. I'm gonna have to see if I can go find some of them. Some of the old like TGC Tour Live videos. He did lots of YouTube videos back in the day. He did all of the original tutorials and things like that.
Yeah.
After I finish up on this stream, I'm going to go see if I can find some old Andre videos, because that will be very funny and awesome. So I think I'll do that at some point. Let's see. We have Nighthawk. Alright. I just wish it didn't take so long to bring up the thumbnails. I just want to like some of these. I just want to bring up the thumbnail and see if they look promising or not. We have the most Andre Desert course. Actually, all right, this one's worth a couple holes. I don't think I need to play the whole thing, but I just want to like. There's something just comforting about an Andre Desert course. Andre's come a long way as a designer, and yet, like, on some level, like, you know, Andre Desert courses still feel exactly like this one, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, I just realized
this is totally Andre.
Yep, 100%.
Nice. Should be in the fairway.
This is the comfort design for Andre. There's a chance that they're unlisted private. Definitely take a look. I'll be curious if they're still viewable. I'm sure you could ask him for a link to a few of them, though. I want to say, like, I don't think they're on Andre's channel. They think they had a different channel set up for all of those things. Like, there is several hosts, and I think they had their own channel that's probably inactive. But I don't think it would necessarily be gone anymore. We'll see. And I can't remember...
the way the ball bounces in the old game is crazy.
Yes. I think before... I'm going to have to pull up, like, a really firm course at some point with high green speeds, because it is completely nuts how, like, people would complain about it all the time, because it's basically unplayable, where it's just concrete bounces. If you go max green speed, max firmness, you have to land the ball, like, 40 yards short. Which is just wild.
I honestly kind of missed that.
Yes. Also, I guess these are max green speed, so this is
right,
like...
let's get out of here.
But it's not max firmness. I'm sure there's a good middle ground. You want stuff to have a thump to it, and you get some ground play, but it was hilarious how concrete the bounces were. You know, even like you're hitting wedges and you're having to land them 40 yards short.
This looks honestly good.
Yeah.
Like,
well, again, there's a reason Andre was one of the big name guys, because like
120 yards or so.
He's still good at planting, but he was really good at planting for the time. Like, yeah, like this still holds up for sure, and it was done in a like really minimalist tool set.
Okay, let's see what you can do with this 7-footer.
But yes, I will.
Yeah,
if you guys are in the Punch Bowl, I will. I mean, maybe I will put a link to his YouTube channel in like the description of this video if it goes on or whenever it goes on YouTube, or I'll just post it to the Punch Bowl just for fun.
What is this? Number 3.
Well, like we'll see. I'll see if I can go find all of those. I think it will be very fun. If nothing else, for another nostalgia trip for me, because that's how I got introduced to this game. It's been so long I don't remember the order that I found it in.
And for the bird.
Hey, J-Ray, how's it going? It's been a while.
I haven't seen that name in forever.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been streaming a whole lot lately, so didn't you play this one yesterday? Yes, I poked around this one in the like the non-uploaded stream.
Oh, Andre, what's going on here? Sounds a little interesting.
Yes, I mean, like, Andre's always had a history of making some interesting hole designs, and this is at a time where, you know, the standards were just kind of, just do whatever you want. We didn't have architecture standards back then.
Not bad, not bad. You're in the fairway
March 2022. Yeah, that is a while. Have a good night, Pac-Man. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, that is a while.
Alright, I might play one more hole and move on to something else. Tanner, this hole is perfect. What are you talking about? Yeah, I agree. It is perfect for what it is.
35-footer.
So, again, some of the quirk of this is great. Like where Wes made the point earlier, and probably in the last video
that was moderately
of this set,
disappointing.
Okay, let's get just like here. You know, like you lose a little something. Like as you get better and as you polish, like there's a charm to just like weird stuff that you lose.
Yeah.
You know, like there is like I wouldn't say that like all golf courses are the same in like or like all good golf courses that are used on tour are the same. Like there's a lot of bad designers that use that argument of just whine of like, well, they don't appreciate my specialness, and it's just like, well, no, it's because your stuff is bad. Um,
Yep.
but like, there's like a little grain of truth to that of just like, like when something like when an art form or like a craft isn't as polished, like you just get weird shit that's just like charming, and like there's so many courses like this one where it's just like it's not a good golf course, but it's just charming and weird, and you lose a little bit of
For
that
the
once you like
bird.
you start getting better, and like there's just less room for just crazy batshit stuff. I mean, there's
Yeah.
still some of that. Like, there's some bonkers golf
traveled
holes
all
on
that
like
way
really
to do
good
nothing
courses
but
that are like would be mind blowing in this one. Like or like Dan's recent
with
one where he has
that,
that big
you
like
will stay
downhill
in par.
bouncy par 3 that's just awesome. Like that's a crazy golf hole, but it's crazy in a
Yeah.
different way than like the crazy TGC1 courses are crazy.
Yes.
This is a beauty.
All right, I think that is enough of this course for now. Like again, we got a taste of it. I have a lot of things to get to, and I don't know. Like I'm not sure how I wanted. Like I'm just making this format up on the fly. There's a little bit of like when I feel like I've seen enough of a course. Like all right, time for the next one. Spotlight done.
Yep.
Some of them I feel like I want to play 18. Like the Rookery was fun. I wanted to play 18 on that. Foss Mill I wanted to play 18 on, but that was just for my personal reasons. It's just that was like that one was just for me. God, I really miss the ability to fast forward on 187 greens.
This one's for birdie.
I can see why Andre got a reputation for just brutal greens. Alright. I mean, all things considered, like, I am blowing through my list really quick. You haven't turned this game on in so long, you'd probably be embarrassed to go back and play anyone that you consider your best courses. Foxmill best course ever? Possibly. I don't even think it's the best course in this game. Like, I think it's Tararuro, hands down. Like that one is still so good. Like so many of these get the caveat of they're good for the time. What do you want to go? Tararuro is just good. This one's a weird one. This might be an Arctic
Actually,
Fury.
do you mind searching up that
Yours?
name that I put in chat, by
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way,
yeah.
in TGC1? I really don't remember if it's TGC1
Yeah,
or
it's quick.
TGC2.
And yeah, it's okay, and J-Ray, it's okay that like I mean like I look at all of my old courses and I'm just like shocked. I'm like, man, I hate these. Like just like growing to like not necessarily hate, but like just think that it doesn't pop up. So I think that might be TGC2.
Yep.
But anyway, but it's like looking back at your old work and just seeing all of the ways that you can improve is just like it's a very natural and healthy-ish thing. Like I'm almost want to look at Congressional just to see how hilarious it would be. With,
Oh,
like,
I want
Free
to
Mono.
see it.
Yeah,
me
right, let's do
too.
This might be more of just like a fly around kind of thing and hit a couple shots.
I played it in this state
looks too
in
modern
real
to be your
life.
favorite. You want quirk. Okay, actually, like we'll compromise. We'll do a little caveat of Tararuro is the
there,
best
and welcome to the
TGC
golf
one
club.
course,
My name is John,
but Fossmill is the most
I'm
TGC one
excited.
course.
I'm excited for you today.
Absolutely, yeah. I still love the logo. I appreciate it. Yeah. Let me do some fly arounds. Again, it's just like oh man, it's amazing how different this place looks. The 10th hole, that par 3, that's just
Yep.
so different.
I love the 10th hole now.
Yeah, it's so good. I love that one.
Looking good so far.
I played this when it was in this state in real life, and like the clubhouse and like the club itself
about
is so
130 yards out.
high caliber. And then when I played the course, I'm so glad it got resto because it sucked.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
Doesn't look like it's
yeah,
on
like I
fairway, but
imagine
fine.
like it's one of those where it's like I think because I haven't
I thought
gotten
for
to
sure you were having
play
trouble on that last shot. But,
congressional, but I
wound up
have
on the
gotten to
green.
see tournaments
Look at
there
you.
pre and post Reno. And, I've
Yeah.
gotten to walk the grounds. Like
Well, that was a fantastic putt.
old
Nothing wrong with
congressional
that.
wasn't like a
Well, let's get
bad
outta
golf
here.
course. It was just a very unremarkable golf course. And
Yes.
it
Yeah.
was
Stuff.
it's less that it was bad, and it was more that it was just like not that exciting, and it just punched like so below its potential. Like just
Yes.
with the
It had
Reno is
it
what?
has so good land. Like its
Yeah.
land is so awesome.
Yes. Am I gonna get an ace? No. But that was a good shot.
That was dialed
Alright,
in
I
the
think
whole
I might have to-
way. Just
yeah, I
missed
think I've-
that hole in one.
I'm not gonna play a lot of this,
Alright,
but it's
so
more
the
just like I
scorecard
wanted to
says-
poke around, especially because it's like
Yeah.
it's an
Alright,
RCR of a
one
course
under
that
after that
does not
finish.
exist in this form
Score.
anyways, and also just like RCRs in this game just aren't that interesting to me. The Pinehurst one was
This is
fun
a
just
pretty
to look
good
at.
one. It's pretty accurate so far.
Yeah. I mean, the quality of the RCRs is solid, but it's also just like they pick up steam as we go
145
along.
yards out.
Like looking ahead to like TGC2 in 2019, so many of the like major courses that get a lot of plays, it's just like, oh look, it's Augusta. Oh look, it's Pebble Beach. Oh look, it's Chambers Bay. There's just like there's
Good
so
For
many
the birdie
RCRs.
here.
They picked up steam hard in the later ones.
Yeah.
And like they're good to
That
like
was, like,
they're good to check on occasionally just for like just to see like the craftsmanship and like their significance or like they're significant like they're but like part of the charm of looking at all these old courses is just like the weird what do you want to call it. Ooh, I see Silk Park. We have a Stay Puffed course. I don't know if I've favorited this one. If I haven't, I think I have. If not, I'm going to add it to my favorites list. If I know how to do it. More by designer? Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so he just has Selkie Park, Lord Stanley's Pass, and Teruero. And 800 versions of all of those.
I love that you had to post Thursday through Sunday.
Yes.
That was amazing.
It's
that was a great time.
It's so tedious, but also like it's so much easier to do courses now. But we've also lost a lot of flexibility that comes from that.
Yeah. Yep.
Just straight up.
And that's another thing I hope we get in the new designers. Just like
you can
set
move
up flexibility.
T's and pins around.
Yes, and like maybe more pins,
Right.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Like I mean, more than four.
More than 4.
And then like also like for tournament play, like I wish we just had like a tournament option where you could just like say these are where the tournament tees are.
Yeah.
And like
Mm-hmm.
tournament conditions.
Claire, yes. TGC2 added multiple T's and pins. Oh, look, he made his own little stands, which is amazing. Which seems so boring now because they just exist, but they didn't exist at this time, so we had to do that manually by using a shit ton of objects.
God.
Yeah. Like, that's hilarious.
Wow.
Can you get like 7 pins? That would be fun. Absolutely, I agree. I mean, I don't think most greens could hold 7 pins. I don't recognize this one, but this looks nice, so I'm gonna give it a couple holes. I might poke around like 1 or 2 more courses and then just do one either like 9-hole or 18-hole
Hello there. Welcome
highlight,
to the golf
and then
club.
call this a stream.
See if we can play
Just
some
because
golf
my
here.
Can you still hear me well, by the way?
Hmm?
Can you still hear me well?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Alright. I'm like
Mm-hmm.
on the other side of my room. I'm gonna fold some laundry and watch.
Yeah, you're good. No worries. And I'm happy to hang out for a bit, but I'm
Sweet.
also just like I can't keep
And
looking at
we
this
have
game.
about,
It's gonna give me a
I'd say
headache.
150
Oh no, I gotta rip in my
yards from here.
pajamas. Oops.
Plus, that would also bring me to that like nice hour episode cap
Nice.
anyway, so that would work fine. Yeah, I was gonna say like
This
first
one's for the
hole,
save.
I'm not wowed by it. It looks fine.
Yeah.
Like again, it's
Sculpting is cool.
yes,
I'll give them that.
for
And
sure.
the next hole
And like
coming up.
I am surprised at like there's a lot more
Starting
like
off at
really
1
competent like designs and technical work than I was expecting in this kind of rewind. But like there also isn't like a ton that like or you had so much less flexibility that it was hard to do like any like really like creative or like hard to make really standout stuff because you had
All right,
you
this
had
next
like
one's for
8
birdie.
themes and you're stuck with the same 10 to 12 trees, so like all of the courses in the same theme are gonna kind of look the same.
Oh,
Yep.
that was going to be
Yeah,
magnificent.
it's just you had less tools. You
Okay,
had
let's see what you
less
can do with
looks.
this 7-footer.
And also it
You,
just took so much longer to do everything, and
Great
I
putt.
bet.
That is
Well,
for
yeah.
par.
like I remember it would take me like over an
And that'll
hour
keep
to
you at
do
1
the
over for the
surfaces on
round.
one hole, like just like fairway and bunkers and green, because you had to like multi-click
It takes me
everything.
longer to do that in today's game. I think that's just me though.
Yeah, well I
All
was
right,
gonna say like
so far.
I mean, obviously, like there's the whole like, what do you want to call it? What's the
Right
word I'm looking for?
around 230 yards.
Actually,
to
like
go
I dig
here.
this course. Like this is a cool little golf hole. Also, I don't know if this is a real one or not. It has a location name like Stonebridge, and it feels kind of like a real course, so it might be. This could be an RCR, and I just missed it.
That's unfortunate.
Oh god, I'm terrible at this right now. But anyway, God, sorry, I'm jumping around too much, thought wise. What was I talking about before I?
Your thoughts and feelings.
I know.
Yeah,
On TGC 1, could you just publish a course with any number of holes? Didn't have to be 9 or 18. I mean, I think you can still do that. They just don't. They're not
you
searchable
could.
as easily if you do an odd number of holes. You can do
I
anything
at
up
least
to
know on
18.
TGC2 that you could have published with one hole.
Yeah. You can
But
still publish with one golf hole.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
you could still publish with one.
Mhm.
That's what I do when I'm doing work for Angry
22
Green.
feet from the cup.
oh,
That's public now. I can do that. I can see that.
Yes.
Oh, I just remembered what I was talking about of just like how kind of like
Sitting
ordinary
at
stuff
3
feels
over
in this
for
game,
the round here.
or like how few like real standout courses there are. Like there's a lot of good ones, but like, it's oh yeah, and just how long everything took. That's where we were at.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
This
can.
is good. I like this.
Yes.
I like the
Pretty deep
bunkers. The
stuff
bunkers
here.
actually have some really
Give it a
cool
good hack.
Like
sculpting
the
to
right
them,
direction.
and
yeah, I'm thinking this might be an RCR. It does have an RCR feel just in terms of the scale. Either this is a real course or it's just like a really good like
Back on the
fictional
fairway. I like it.
like implementation or like idea of like a something that feels real.
yeah,
But it's like
Okay,
the
we're about
scale, like the
17 feet
greens
out
are
here.
a normal size, the fairways are wider than you'd ordinarily get on like a lot
Slightly
of
to
custom
moderately
TGC1
disappointing
courses.
there.
yeah.
Next hole
Yep.
coming up.
J-Ray, I think the thing you're thinking of is
Okay,
that it has to be
4
9 or 18
over
holes to
for
get
the round.
handicap rated. But
Yes,
I think you can
that's
have
true.
any number of golf holes other than that.
And I think that's still the case
Yes.
for the new games too.
Yeah. Well, like the handicap formula doesn't work with anything other than 9 or 18 holes, I think, anyway. So.
Yeah. Yep. I do I've been thinking about this in the new games coming out and just like new projects. Woo! And I was thinking of doing a 9-hole course. I think that would be fun.
That'd be cool. Hell yeah.
A Pacific Grove type 9-holer.
That's awesome. I love that idea. Yeah, it's like not a lot of people make 9-holers in this game. I get like obviously because it's when you sink that much work into it, like you want people to be able to play it.
Yeah,
Like,
for the bird.
you
Yeah.
want it to be used on tour or things like that.
And then like when
Oh,
you
man.
design in the mindset of it being a 9-holer, I feel
Alright,
like
nice little
it might
2-foot
be
putt.
I would
There we
spend
go.
less time on it. Like
Mhm.
I don't know, just as like a
And that'll keep you at 4 over for this round.
it's just a side project almost.
Yes. Yeah, I'm almost positive this is an RCR. And honestly, like, this is just a fun little RCR. It just feels like a nice,
Looking
like,
good.
it makes me want to go play this course in real life.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable.
I mean, it's not a course. Obviously, I'm not going to travel to Ottawa to play this course. It's not. This doesn't feel like a place that's worth
I'd say
traveling
around
for.
110
But it just feels
yards or
like,
so
oh,
to
it's
the
one of my
pin.
better local course kind of.
I would travel to get anywhere out of this fucking country right now.
Solid swing.
Fair. Let's see. But yeah, but honestly, like I wasn't gonna play a whole lot
That
of
was
this
just
course, but I
fantastic
might give
for
it the
the
9-hole
bird.
treatment because I'm just kind
Well,
of
I'm happy to
enjoying
move
this.
on.
It's quaint. This is like this
3
is the
over
kind
for
of
the
thing that I
round.
love about this game. Of just like
Okay, it's time to send this
there's a
ball on its
joy
way.
in kind of ordinary-ish courses that like playing kind of ordinary golf on an ordinary course. You know that just like is the
Nice
lost
approach
is
shot
the
there.
wrong word,
All
but
right,
it's harder to
13-footer
get that
here.
in the new game. It's just a different feel.
Yeah.
Oh, almost got that
It'd be
birdie.
cool if
Oh,
TGC
maybe
added
next
new
time.
league for par 3
All right, see
courses
how
or
these numbers
funky
add
par
up.
60 to 68.
Okay, so that'll keep
I
you
did,
at
and then
3
I
over
got
for the
lazy
round.
and I gave it to someone else.
And we find
Hmm.
ourselves on the
Um,
8th
that
hole.
Well, I
was
mean, I
the design league.
I thought I think Saucy meant like a playing league, like in the same way like cruising and things
Oh,
like that work.
gotcha. Okay.
At least that's what I think
Yeah.
he's referring to. And then J Ray says, "You love the 9-hole course competition you entered way back when. It was a fun challenge, but it was nice focusing on your best 9 holes. There's sometimes you do get a bit burned out on ideas or even just menial planting when it comes to finishing a full 18. Yeah, and that's like it is definitely easier to come up with 9 unique feeling hole ideas than 18.
This bites.
Like it's very common for me to like the front 9 comes really easy, and by 18 you're just like, okay, I only have like 12 to 14 ideas
Well,
for this
that'll
course,
play.
and you're
A
just
little work
trying
to do, but
to.
nothing too bad.
Do you
Okay,
design like
30.
that? Do you design like the front 9
Yes.
first, or like the first holes
No,
first, and then like?
no, not
2 over for
usually.
the round.
Okay.
Nice
I
solid
will
birdie on the
usually-
I was
9th
just curious.
hole. We got another birdie in the works here.
Like my design process changes a little bit.
This one's looking good.
Like it's not like totally static from course to course, but generally speaking, I'll start with one hole that'll kind of designed to like a sort of playable state, just to like test the idea, and
Yeah.
and then if I'm happy with that, then I start routing or
This
like
one's a
coming up
beauty.
with a general routing. Like sometimes I'll have immediate hole ideas based on the land, and other times I just kind of have to
For the
fuss with
birdie
it.
here.
But once I have 1 or 2 like concept holes, then I start doing
Nice.
the full 18-hole routing, and then I'll start filling in all of the holes on top of
Well,
that.
you have a
So-
decent
Okay.
round going after 9. Not amazing.
And like depending on like
but
if it's a
not
really
bad.
tight routing and like the like I'll like basically no dead space in between holes, I will like I'll basically design the inner holes first and design kind of almost
Looks
in a
like you'll be in the
spiral
short
outwards,
stuff
so I don't
here.
like
Me
back
too.
myself into a corner.
That's how I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for Highland Park, for example,
All right, 2:15
the
to go.
11th hole was my first hole.
Yeah.
And then the 5th hole was my second hole.
You'd be curious to like for me to check like and see how much of I mean obviously I don't remember a lot of these anymore, so I can't what do you want to call it? I can't like I can't go pull up info on like, oh, this was the first hole I designed on this course, and this is the
This
first
one's
hole
for
I designed
birdie.
on this course.
Ye-
But
Yeah.
it's probably like
You have a
50-50
lot.
So close.
or a little less than 50-50 where I just designed the
let's
first
check
hole I
the old
designed just ends up being the
scorecard.
first hole.
Okay, so that'll keep you at
How many courses
1
do you
over for
have?
the round.
Oh,
Like just like
so many.
since like TGC, well, not TGC, well, 2019.
That's even harder to name. I don't know. And it's like because I have lots of just like weird like. There's so many caveats to that question of like, well, do
Okay,
Gerald
you're on the
courses
green.
count? Do collab
That's
courses
about
count?
Oh,
do
yeah.
renovations count? Like things like that.
serious Mac courses.
I think I'm over. I think I'm around, or I'm over 50
Okay, about an
submitted to the
18-footer here.
database. And there's a couple of old courses. There's a couple of old courses that I have designed in TGC 1 that I never submitted. So I think you can add, like, let's just say 4, I think, to that. Just as
I
a
dream
spitball
to
number.
have 20 within my video game career.
Well, I mean,
That's insane.
but you are better at it, and you take more time polishing than I do. Like, I've slowed way down, and I do a lot more polishing, but I would just churn through courses so fast back in the day.
Yeah,
Um,
that's so crazy.
yeah.
That's cool.
All right, we're almost halfway through my list. God, I apologize for folks who are gonna just be like, "Why are you playing 80,000 courses from this game? This is so repetitive."
No, it's just like a little nice highlight of everything.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason
Yeah.
I'm going to like 9-holer things, because like, you're just getting a feel for it. I've like, so much stuff feels like just a little more ordinary in this game, where it's like I feel like it's very rare that I'll play around in this game and I feel like wowed on the back nine, where it's like, oh, that was totally different. It's like, usually once
Hello
I've
there,
played
and
6
welcome
holes,
to the
everything
golf
kind of
club.
feels the same.
Birds are
if that
chirping
makes
and the
sense.
breeze is blowing. Let's
Oh,
play a bit of
that's-
golf.
So I don't feel like I'm missing a ton by not playing the back nine on a lot of these. I think actually Ironfall is probably a good one to call for
Nice.
the
Should be in the
evening. I'll go
fairway.
play either 9 or 18 on this, and then this might be one I have to go play 18. I remember there being a quirky little
Okay,
like
we're looking at around 170
some quirky
yards.
environment building on the back that was interesting. Like, there's like a zip line thing that he used like a sunken ship into the ground for. Like,
Solid
it'll
swing.
probably.
Oh, that's cool.
I remember it being really cool at the time, and I'm probably gonna see it now and just be like, "That's so uninteresting," or it's gonna feel so disappointing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you can do with this 7-footer.
And it's funny you say that, J Ray. Or like, again, for I have
Yes.
to read out your comment just so the playback makes sense. You're saying you always
Starting
start
around
designing
under
on
par,
paper.
not bad.
You can't go into the designer like some and come up with something whole cloth.
we go.
And I find that
Pop
funny
this in the
because I'm like
fairway.
the opposite. I struggle so hard to design on
I
paper.
am like that. That is me.
Like, I need to see the land before I can
This
come
is
up
a
with
beauty.
ideas. And like, I'm for my World Cup course upcoming in the new game, I've already designed the whole thing on paper. And it's basically the first course I've had like a paper design portion to it.
So,
So
to
hopefully,
see that.
yeah, hopefully that will turn out all right. But it's been fun. Like, it's something I struggle with. Also, and then Claire said, burned out textures. First time you've seen that in this game? Yes. I don't know when they added these. I want to
10-footer here. This is
say,
makeable.
or
That was TGC 2.
Nice.
what, the burned out textures? No, they're in this
Yeah.
game because this is TGC 1.
Are
This
they?
is yeah.
All right, and 1 under is your adjusted
But also,
score after
I
that
know
one.
when the game first came out, you couldn't change the textures in a theme. Like, every theme had its own set of textures, and that was the only one that you could use.
That was it. Yeah, that's what changed in
In
TGC 2.
an update in TGC 1
All right,
meant
you're
that
on
you
the
could
green.
change
Got
the
a lot of work to
textures.
do,
Like
but you are
the
on
the
green.
lush green desert one that Andre made. Like, that's a TGC 1 like texture swap thing.
Oh my goodness, that was
The steps were, if I remember correctly, is
3
like
feet to the hole here.
textures
Mhm.
where like you could have it in different themes in
That'll work
TGC
for
2, and then in
Yeah.
TGC 2019 you could have the plants from different.
All right, 1
Yes.
under is your adjusted
Yeah,
score.
but
after
TGC
that
1
different
did eventually update so that
things.
you could like do like texture swaps for like surfaces.
Yeah.
But I don't know when exactly that came out. It
Looking
had to have
good.
come out before the Andre course that we just played, because that one did surface swaps. So otherwise like all of the default deserts themes are like this
I'd
brown
say around
color. I
105
think these surfaces are
yards
kind of
or so to the
originally
pin
from
here.
a desert theme. And then like with the texture swaps, you could make those nice lush green desert courses that really pop. Otherwise, they just kind of look really like the default desert texture colors just kind of look bland, to be honest. They,
All right, this next one's
they
for
work
birdie.
sometimes, but they just don't they don't have a lot of grab to them.
Oh,
But yeah, it's
just missed the
crazy.
birdie. So
And again, I think
close.
this one
Maybe a
happened
par
real
here,
early.
though, huh? All right,
When
sitting at
like I think
under
it was
after that
real
hole.
early
What's your
on
adjusted
where they
score?
introduced you could like create custom surfaces with shapes. But like early on, I think like the first handful of courses
Looking
made
good
for
so
this
far?
game, you could only just auto gen stuff, and you just tinkered with the auto gen like setups.
And looks like around 195 yards to go.
And
Nice
again, this is the
swing.
one I played where it's like looking at it, I honestly feel like the architecture for this course like holds up well for Arctic Fury's kind of work. Like I feel like this plays better
Okay,
than
we're
a
about
number of his
17
current
feet out here.
courses.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and that's like again,
Ah.
architecture is not his focus, and like,
No, he likes making pretty pictures.
yeah,
Which is like respectable,
yeah,
and
hundred
like
percent.
he does do a good job
And
at
it's
that.
funny. It's so. I feel
I'll
like
give
I
him
make
that.
that. I feel
I'm
like I
just an
make.
architecture guy.
All right.
Yes.
And
I
one
feel like I
under
make
is your
that
adjusted
caveat
score
every
after that
time
one.
I like comment on Arctic Fury course architecture not being great, you know. But it's like again, because that's not
Looking
his
good.
focus. But like some of them are solid, and then others of them are just like really sketchy in terms of like golf. So imagine if Arctic Fury watched a single Ben video, no shade, but oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like Arctic Fury is very good at what he does in terms of
Arctic
like
Fury is Arctic Fury. He has
yeah,
his
exactly. He has his
staple.
own thing, and like to be fair, like if he took a Ben style to design, well then like there's already guys who are
Well, you could have
really
worse lies.
yeah,
There
he's still
are worse
designing
lies
100%.
on the
I
course than
think
this.
maybe not to the
This
same
one's in the
clip,
first
but he's
hole.
definitely designed courses in the new game.
Yep.
Anyway, but like there's plenty of guys who are really really good at planting in like a more like grounded realistic style. And like what makes
Looking at a
his
19-foot
like
putt
Arctic
from
Fury
here.
stuff pop is just like the set pieces and stuff that he builds.
Yeah. Like his
Wow,
little
that was
scenes
just
that he
awesome.
makes
Yes.
Nice
is
putt.
like
Mm-hmm.
I could
All right,
never.
2 under is your
Like
adjusted
Yeah.
he
score
does
after
have a
that one.
mind for just like
Mm-hmm.
making a stage for a golf hole.
Okay, I take back the maybe this is one of his like oh, this golf hole is awkward as hell.
Yeah,
All right,
where are
looking
we
good so
going?
far.
Yeah, but like there's been some good ones in this honestly, or that
Yeah,
they
no,
feel like a
I've
real
been
course,
watching it. It looks
which is
good.
what I like from his stuff.
Quite the elevated green out there. You might need to take an extra club.
But actually, it's like I think his most recent one is.
This one's gonna
I
need
see
to
what you
bite.
mean, Claire's. I gotcha. His most recent one, he did like a like sort of Saint Lucia
Nice,
kind of
ended up just
vibe
fine
course.
after that shot.
The
Oh
environment on that
yeah, I
course
remember
is
that one.
the environment on that course is
Nice.
stupidly good. It's so
Yeah.
good. I love that thing so much. And it's
Okay,
just like
3 under. It's the adjusted
and like the golf
score
course
after
is
that hole.
fine. It's not a bad golf course, but it like I look at it, I'm like, God, if we could just like, I'm like, could I just borrow that plot and just reroute it and build a different golf course on it? You could have an all-world golf course. It would be so good because that environment and that plot is so good. And some of the sightlines on it are nuts. It
And
I'd say around
like that one,
105
like I don't know, it's
yards
just
or
like I
so
feel
to
like
the
I'm
pin
going
here.
through like an art museum for that one. It's like just photo by photo.
oh the Saint Lucia one.
Yeah,
And
yep.
it's
that
funny
was
because
a
I have
swing.
like I have the opposite kind of reaction where it's like I don't really get drawn in by the ones where like every hole feels like he has like 18 different little city scenes that don't connect and like that sort of stuff. Like those ones don't pull me in.
4
But the
feet to the
St.
hole. You can
Lucia
do
one
this.
felt like a cohesive environment that
Great
like
putt in there for
felt
the
like
par.
it gave you more of a sense of place than just like 18 little pictures that are unrelated.
Okay, 3 under. It's the adjusted score after that hole.
But yes, Arctic Fury loves his little water framing things, and it's just like they work so well in this game. It's really nice.
I'll be right back.
Yep, no worries.
So you could
This
talk
one's
all the
looking
crap
dialed
about
in.
Absolutely.
how awful Donald Ross is
Nice.
and
But I
how
like
amazing
Donald
Tom
Ross.
Fazio is.
I love Tom Fazio though.
This
know you
is
do.
for birdie.
What's it
Poor
called? The
thing.
St. Lucia Arctic Fury course. I don't remember off the top of my head. I would have to go look it up. Honestly, I can
Oh,
get
that
you
was
that
almost it.
one. I was just like, Claire's, you're on Discord, right? You're in the Punch
Okay,
Bowl.
let's see what you can do with this
If you're, I'll
7-footer.
just DM you it at some point.
Yeah. Well,
If
you
not,
missed the
I'll find a
par,
way
but
to pass
I
it
think you'll
along
sink
whenever I
this
find
next one.
it. All right. Also,
All right, 2 unders, your
yes,
adjusted
Claire says,
score
"Fuck
after that
Tanner.
hole.
Him and his architecture can piss off." Yep. Love it.
This one's looking good.
Yes. All right. Perfect. I'll shoot you that course. Like when you like, the plot is a little fantasy-ish. Like, it's very much like it's on an island and the course routes. So it's like there's like 12 holes that have water frontage because they're all built on like a 360 degree around the plot in the way that like the actual St. Lucia course is not. Um, but it's like a little fantasy-ish. There's an island in that pond you could have. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I saw it and I just mentally like chalked it up as, oh, that's a different golf hole, and just and
Looks
moved
like
on.
you're gonna hit some
All right.
sand here. Everyone ends up in the beach.
That's some
from time
wonderful
to
Wii
time.
golf shit. I love that. That's funny. But anyway, the St. Lucia one.
Well, at least you're on the green. That is always
Yeah, like
good.
it's a
See if
little
you can save
fantasy-ish,
par
but it's
here,
just
that'd
like
be
the
nice.
plot. I think it's one of the more cohesive environments that he's
There's a
built,
nice
and
putt
it
for
just
ya.
like I can appreciate the
All right,
artistry
2
and the
unders, your
normal
adjusted
stuff that he
score after
does,
that
but
hole.
like his little like, again, it's a personal preference thing. Like his little Arctic village, like city scenes, and the big like 20-layer waterfall par threes just don't really like, they don't do it for me. But some of the sight lines on the St. Lucia one were like, just I love those. Um, let's go deal or loft it back up a little. Being able to like dial in perfect distances is a funny little quirk of this game.
For
It's
the
like you don't have
birdie
to try and
here.
hit partials. You just have to like, oh, I click up 2 notches. I mean, actually, I think the good players can still do that. It's just not as
Oh, I'm so angry
obvious
that
as
was
having a full
excellent.
grid
And
that
it
tells you
wasn't.
exactly how far all
I
of your
wanted you to
adjustments
have
go.
excellence.
Um,
All right, 2 unders, your adjusted
But yeah,
score.
I will
after that
I will
hole.
send you that course. It's like, I still think it's one of his better golf courses, but it's just like, it's one that 100%,
Looks like you'll
like
be in the short stuff here.
I just want to like, I would love to be able to route a course on that plot and see what I could do with it.
Well, I can't get them all right. I'm not a
It'd
computer.
be pretty
You're in the
cool.
rough here, but you have a good lie considering.
But again, I'm not going to ask him to do that because that's kind of a dick move. And it's like, and there's nothing wrong with what he built. It's just more of like, I think it would be an interesting challenge to try. Of like, all right, what
Nice.
kind of golf course would
Putting
I
from
build
around
on that
16
plot without
feet out.
making any like major changes to it? Don't get in there. Nope.
Oh man. All right, give this one a finish here, and we'll move on. Well, you could have had a birdie there. I think you know that. But next time, those ones will drop.
All right. How far does this one go? I'm gonna. Although it is a 471-yard par 4 with a forced carry, I think I have to hit driver.
That was
'cause I'm
launched.
just not gonna make it otherwise. Although actually, like I am kind of at. I guess it is downhill, so I am at the end of the fairway, and I have. I did get
Okay, about
292 out of that.
185 yards left to go here.
It's not quite as bad as I thought. But it's just like, it's amazing how much burlier. Oh, there's the zip line. There it is. That's cute. Okay, that is still like, yeah, it's not earth shattering
Okay,
or
nice
anything,
approach.
but it
And
is still
for the
cute.
bird.
You have ideas for World Cup? Yes, I have lots of ideas for World Cup. I think yeah, there's a par 3 up there, so we'll get to see it later or close up, but anyway,
Nice.
yeah, I'm doing Pinehurst style. I think like I have a full
Okay,
like
3 under,
18
so
hole
adjusted
like
score after
routing
that
or
hole.
like a course blueprint. That's the word I'm looking for. Like, it's all on paper. I still need to get it on the plot when the new game comes out, but
Nice.
yes,
Should be in
and
the
I think
fairway.
again, because I made 2 trips out to that area this year, and played a number of the bigger name courses there. So like it's all fresh in my head, and I do love that area. So like, um, like it gave me the itch to do something like that, and the World Cup feels like a great opportunity to kind of to do that.
This one's looking good.
I think the biggest one I'm pulling from
All right,
is
this
Mid
next one's for
Pines.
birdie.
I originally like I wanted to do some like Southern Pines and number 2 and number 10 and Mid Pines, and the more I went and developed the
4 feet. Let's
like
do
the
this.
blueprint and came up with more whole
Nice
ideas, the
putt,
more it
we're
just
in
turned
there.
more and more into just like I'm mainly just gonna pull from Mid Pines because that one is my
Okay,
favorite.
3 under. It's the adjusted score after
This is a
that
cute
hole.
little par 3. I love this one. Like this one's just kind of quaint. I like it.
All right, you're on the green now.
Oh, that's
Good
awesome.
stuff.
Glad to hear
Okay,
it.
let's see what you can do with this 7-footer. That was awesome.
What is the World Cup contest? Not you're in it or anything, but what is the concept
All right,
of the
4
contest?
under is the adjusted
So
score after
World
that hole.
Cup is. Oh, thank you, Creo. Thank you for that. He just posted the name of the course that I was missing. This one's an awkward golf hole. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. So World Cup is it's one of the older TGC community design contests,
Whoa,
and it's
yeah, you hit the green
sort of
and
the
under
biggest
regulation
one.
on this one.
It's
You
an
sink this next
invitational
putt.
sort of thing.
Oh, now we're
So
cooking.
like generally you're gonna get like the biggest name designers all in it, and a lot of folks like they
That
save ideas just for
was
that. You're gonna get some
absolutely
bangers out of
fine
that.
Putting.
Ooh, eagle. Wasn't even
Right,
paying
6
attention.
under after that hole is your
Oh, and
adjusted
here's
score.
the anyway. But it's so it's like it's kind of based off the Soccer World Cup where you get it's 32 designers in like a pool play thing with 2 designers make it out of each pool, and then you go to like a bracket knockout style elimination thing. So I think we've done a number of them, probably like 6 or 7 over the years. It's been a while, maybe more than that, honestly. We've been doing that since like TGC 1, TGC 2, somewhere in there.
Wow, it's gonna have to
And
bite.
they've basically been yearly. So I think we probably have at least 7 or 8. Yeah, a lot. Maybe not all of the best courses come out of it, but like you're gonna get a lot of bangers. And World Cup winning courses are generally like some of the best out of that game cycle.
5-footer here, nothing
like,
too bad.
Tanner's Tanner's Highland Park is the most recent World Cup champ.
And in the hole.
Yes, lots of shit talking too, 100%. Not as much
Okay,
as Dream
6
Team
under
though.
after
Dream
that
Team
one,
is
that's
really
your
fun
adjusted
for shit
score.
talking. What was I gonna say? Yes. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, sorry, I lost my train. But yeah, so it's like it is an invitational thing,
Okay, we're
but
sitting at around
over like the last
110
couple years, because
yards.
there's way more people that want to get in than there are spots. So, like generally we'll open alternate
Great
kind
contact.
of fields, or like alternate little contests to fill like the gaps for when people
Ugly
drop
lie,
out
but we're
or don't
almost on the
finish.
green. Let's keep going.
In the back in the original ones, if somebody dropped out, like they're just an empty spot in the contest. So I think my
here.
first World Cup, I made it to the round of 16 or something like that, just because, or it's like I think I got a free buy out of group stage because there just weren't enough courses.
Solid
There
stroke
might have
there.
been one
Good
group
job.
that had one course. I think I might, or no, I think I just got a buy
How
into the
about
round
there?
of 16.
5
I
under
can't,
at the end of your round.
or like a free pass into.
Great work.
Or no,
on
no,
5
yeah,
under is the
or
adjusted score.
yeah.
You clocked up at the
I
end
think it
of
was
the round.
round. I don't know. It's been so long. I didn't know if I got like a round of 8 buy and then lost. But yeah, no worries, man. I think I'm actually gonna sign off the stream as well. So you were an alternate in your first World Cup and made it to round of 16. Yeah, awesome. That's fantastic. But anyway, yeah. So my last little point before I sign off, because I'm on the topic of World Cup. I believe this
Alright,
year.
I'm back.
Hey Tanner.
Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, for World Cup, I think this year they're doing. There's no cap in spots for the alternate field, and there's 4 spots reserved just for them. So the top 4 from the alternate contest are guaranteed to get in, and there's the potential for more people to get in if anyone. Oh, apparently Tanner, you jump scared Claire. That's funny. But there's a potential for even more people to get in whenever like people drop out. So it's technically an invitational, but really it's not. So if you're, whoever is like tuning in, if you are interested, I think signups are open for, or like they're, like you still have time to sign up for the alternate field. So like by all means, give it a shot. If you make a banger, you can get in the main field, and you can, in theory, the winner could come from the alternate field.
Alternates have done historically like okay.
Yeah.
Like there have been a couple crazy alternates.
Yes.
So yeah, it's definitely not, a crazy thing.
Yeah, and it helps that you get to select the best alternates, so you're guaranteed kind of a running shot. Like if it's like kind of just like a mediocre course, like it's probably not going to make it in the field itself. So it's like you have to hit a certain benchmark to get in the field, and then
your bar is a little higher set
for sure.
So.
But anyway, I think I am going to call it a stream here. But so everyone,
Thanks for having me on here.
No worries. I mean, Tanner, if you want to chat some more, I'm down to. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call it a stream.
Matt F27 is so awesome.
We're gonna end with an audio check. Yep. But anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been great having you, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, have a great night.
Yeah.
Bye.